All right, old guy jamming here. Let's see if I can shed some light on this Blackstar amp. Once again, we have a lot of companies and people saying this thing is the greatest thing Blackstar has ever done. I beg to differ. For the $1,200, $1,300 price tag, I think you can do better, and let me tell you why. All right, so on the 2-watt mode, it's okay. It sounds fine. In fact, it sounds a lot like this Mesa right here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is on 10-watt mode. All right, so that's the Mesa. This is the Blackstar. All right, now clean channel is okay on the Blackstar. Also, it takes pedals well until you get above 2, and then I don't think it takes pedals as well as the Mesa. But the clean channel is pretty, lots of clean headroom, and the reverb's great. You can check all those other things out. But I'm trying to point out some things you might not hear on other channels today. So, 2-watt mode, like I said, it's pretty good. Fun. And like I've always said, Blackstar amps, I think, sound best at lower volumes. So now we've gone up to 50-watt mode. And we're getting louder. Okay, sounds pretty good, right? Yes, it does on that channel, but then if you kick it over to the other channel, you're going to have to re-EQ the face because there's this flarpy bass that comes out. You're going to have to re-EQ it because there is lack of articulation, and it's flarpy rather than thuggy, all right, chuggy. Now, what if we turn this guy up over here? All right, this was 10-watt mode. Go to 25-watt mode. The mids come out. There's more of that bass chug, chug, chug. In fact, my bass was down quite a bit. Hear that? All right. Now, you can take the bass off, but it doesn't go away. It gets better. And it's kind of compressed, too, instead of the mids coming through. It doesn't get thicker. It just gets kind of thinner, in my opinion. The gain's about quarter of the way up, so there's already lots and lots of gain on the coming through on that channel. And it's almost to the point, though, where it's unusable, even at just, 10 o'clock. No, 10 o'clock. And if we go up further, it just gets... Just tight. All the strings are in there. There's articulation. You hear everybody's coming to the party, but it's just not as pleasing a tone from the Blackstar. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out was that the voicing is actually just the same voicing with more gain, whereas the the Mesa, the vintage channel is voiced differently than the modern channel. It is a different tone, a different voice. Whereas on the Blackstar, this channel, which is voice 1, I guess, lower gain, if you turn the volume off on your down on your guitar, that's the high gain voicing, but it's no different than the other one with the volume on your guitar up. Alright, volume down on the guitar. Volume up, channel switch. Now, channel switch, volume stays up. Okay, so you really don't have a second voiced channel. It's more of a boost than anything else, and it comes on really bass heavy. There is a fan in the back as well, which means there's a heat issue. It does get really hot up in this front corner. Noticeably warm after being on for a while. The sag is a pretty decent sounding channel as well. So if you're going into, as a new amp, a first amp, it's pretty good, I guess. But I'm thinking about the money you're spending. This is what I'm thinking about. You're spending $1,200 for this. So I went on Sweetwater's site and I filtered. I used the filter to have them show me just the amps that were from $700 to $1,000, and then even $500 to $700. And up came some really incredible amps on, like the Hughes and Kettner 40 comes up. A couple of Orange amps come up. The Orange THD 30, I think it is. It has two dark terrors side to side or something. Not dark terrors, but micro terrors next to each other. I'm not sure. Also, another one that comes up is the PV Invective. It's $699, $799, something like that, and it is a much more robust and variable amp than this one is. I'm not trying to dog on Blackstar, but I am trying to, enlighten some of you out there, because more and more people, it seems like these influencers are, in order to get the numbers they get, they're just having to say everything is the best amp they've ever seen as new amps come out. And it doesn't do anything different than the Mesa. And then it doesn't do anything different than the Angle. It doesn't do it as well as the Angle or the Mesa. You can get the Hughes and Kettner, your choice of Marshalls. You can get Mesa and Angles on reverb for about $1,000. So what I'm saying is, if you're sold on this company, then great. If not, I think you can do a lot better for the same amount of money. It's pretty. The Blackstar lights up. Overall, I think it has a thin character. When the bass does come up, it's a little flarpy. And I don't understand the use of smaller transformers. So what if it's light, And I was thinking about this too in thinking about it. Around the boardroom at Blackstar, and then putting the amp on the table and saying, okay, this is what we got. And they played it for whoever. And then they said, all right, well, then how do you think we ought to pitch this? And they're not pitching it for its awesome 6L6 tone or EL34 tone or whatever. No, they went with pitching, well, it's light. Well, so what? If it's too heavy for you, put wheels on it. Or have some kid at the gig drag it in for you. It's only a 50-watt head. You can get the EVH 5150 350-watt head for the same price or better than this one. And I guarantee you it's going to blow this thing out of the water. I'm not saying it's a bad amp. I'm just saying for the incredible amount of money, you can do better. I was really surprised at the price tag, and I keep hoping that Blackstar will put out something that, in my opinion, is a legitimate amp, something with more than 2 preamp tubes in the preamp. But looks like they're relying on tricks and wizardry inside. But you know, if you have any experience with car audio, you know that the system didn't really sound good till you got that 50-watt EQ booster as well, or a powered woofer in the back, or some sort of car audio amplifier, a Fosgate 4x12 60-watt amp. That's when that system came alive. That's why we have big transformers in our tube amplifiers. Going with a smaller transformer and trying to get 50 watts out of it defeats that purpose, in my opinion. You don't end up with the big, thick, girthy tone that you do with, say, a PRS MT15. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. There's a little gem. They're about $700. All right? So that's my 2 cents worth. I'm sorry I'm not on the bandwagon with this, but I'm watching out for you. All right, take care, everybody. Next time.